UFC 322 is tomorrow, and as we always do on this channel and all my channels, let's go through the entire card of UFC 322, starting with the early prelims and ending in the main event. I'll break down every fight and give you my fight picks. Without further ado, let's get right into it. First fight on the early prelims, Vachislav Borshev versus Matthias Camilo. I think this is a classic striker versus grappler match. In this case, I'm going to go with the striker. I like Vachislav. I've seen him fight before. I'm more familiar with him than I am with Camilo, but, looking at Camilo's stats, he's more of a grappler than he is a striker. And Borshev is really good on the feet, especially in comparison to a fighter like Camilo. So I'm going to go with Borshev via round 3 TKO. Next up, Baisangur Susurkayev versus Eric Mikniko. Susurkayev is a guy that's really trying hard to create his own hype. It's kind of been cringe. In his last fight, he was really cringy. He tried to aura farm too much. He was just trying too hard. He was showboating when he shouldn't have, and he almost got knocked out because of it. I hope he doesn't try to do the same thing against Mikniko. But either way, I'm going to go with him winning this fight in round 1 via submission. I think Susurkayev is going to go to his ground game here, take it really serious, and submit Mikniko early in round 1. Next up, women's fight, Angela Hill versus Fatima Klein. I'm going to go with Angela Hill. She's the underdog here. Fatima Klein does have better stats than her, but I think this is just, like a risky money pick. I got Angela Hill. I got a feeling she'll win via decision. Next up, Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal. In this fight, I'm going to go with Sabatini via decision. I think it'll be a close fight. I just got a feeling that this is going to be a bit of a dogfight here, in which Sabatini, who looks like he has the better striking statistically, will come out on top via decision. Last fight on the early prelims, Kyle Daukaus versus Gerald Marshart. I like Daukaus for this one. I'm going to go with him via decision. I think he's just going to outstrike Marshart. Simple as that, I'd like to go with Marshart, though, because, he's the underdog, but I got a feeling Daukaus gets this one done via decision. All right, going into the main prelims. First fight on the main prelims is Malcolm Wellmaker. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. Wellmaker had a different opponent a couple days ago, but he pulled out, so they had to put Ewing in here. I still think Malcolm gets it done in 1. I got Malcolm Wellmaker knocking out Ethan Ewing in round 1. Don't mean to overlook him. I'm just thinking that Malcolm Wellmaker is that good. I don't mean to overlook Ewing, but Wellmaker is simply that good. So I got Wellmaker knocking Ewing out in round 1. Next up, another women's fight, Erin Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Tracy, to my surprise, is the underdog in this fight. Blanchfield is a great fighter as well. However, I'm going to go with Cortez to win this one via decision. Another pretty risky money pick underdog situation. Give me Cortez via decision. Next up, Roman Kopylov versus RoboCop. RoboCop looked good in his last fight, but I can't trust him to keep looking good, so I'm going to go with Kopylov to win this one. Let me make sure I got Kopylov via decision. I don't think Kopylov's going to knock RoboCop out, but I think Kopylov will end up outstriking RoboCop. I don't see this fight going to the ground, but if it does, I still see Kopylov having an edge there too over RoboCop. So I think Kopylov takes it via decision. Last fight on the prelims, Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. Bo Nickel, of course, came off a loss. Wasn't too happy about it. Neither was his fan base or anyone for that matter. More of a wrestler, still pretty hyped. He was supposed to be on the main event, but the UFC finally, embraced reality, and just, let it up to, they finally have left it up to Bo Nickel to achieve success. It's up to Bo Nickel to kind of, earn his spot in the main event rather than, just depending solely on hype to be in the main event of every fight card he's in. So this is good. I think this is good for Bo Nickel. I think this is good for everybody. Bo Nickel may not feel like it's good, but I think he does need to show why he belongs in the main event, and he will do that against Vieira. I think Nickel beats Vieira via decision. I got Bo Nickel out wrestling Vieira. I think on the feet this fight will still be close because I don't think Bo Nickel's striking is anywhere near world class yet. But I do see Bo Nickel winning almost every ground exchange in this fight, and that I see that leading to a comfortable decision win for Bo Nickel at the end of this fight. Moving on to the main event now. First fight on the main event: Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I don't know if I've said this already, but I feel like this fight is going to be close. I think a lot of people are saying Saint Denis gets this done early. While I am a Benoit fan, I still think Benoit is not very dependable just yet. I don't think Benoit's going to lose to Dariush because I do think Dariush is pretty far past his prime and pretty much headed out the door in terms of the fight game and the UFC in general. But I do think it's going to be close. I don't think Benoit is good enough maybe yet to get Dariush out of there early. So I see this being a close fight on the feet. I see it being close on the ground, but I see Benoit coming out on top as soon as it goes to a decision. Maybe an extra takedown, extra couple minutes of ground control time, maybe a higher significant strike percentage by a small margin. I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but I'm sure he will do it. It'll still be close going to that decision, but I do see Benoit coming out on top via that decision. So give me Benoit Saint Denis via decision against Beneil Dariush. Next fight on the main card: Leon Rocky Edwards versus Carlos Prates. This is the fight I'm looking forward to the most in this entire card because these two hate each other. I think this fight has the most bad blood out of every other fight on this card. These two guys despise each other. I'm not sure if it's for a good reason, but they quite simply do, and it'll make this fight fun. I'm eager to see who will overly give into their emotions and make stupid mistakes. I kind of want to say Leon will do it, but I'm going to go with Leon to win. I'm going to go with experience here, and I think Leon has more of it. Leon can mix it up well. He has some very vicious ground and pound, and he's a really good striker, especially at distance. So is Carlos, and Carlos has that monstrous power, but I feel like experience is going to have a big part to play. So I think Leon gets it done in the final round. I see Carlos Prates gassing out in the final round, and I see Leon Edwards laying it on him and forcing Prates to quit in round 3. So give me Leon Edwards winning this fight via TKO in round 3. Next up, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Credit to Sean Brady for taking this fight. I gotta love Sean Brady for this. I respect him for not just sitting on the sidelines and pouting until he gets a title shot. He took a fight against a very risky opponent. That being said, I still think Michael Morales wins this one. I think Michael wins it in the final round via TKO. I think he lands something big on Brady. And I love Brady, but, his chin has faltered in the past. Not all the time, but it did against Belal. And I think it will again against Michael Morales. Might be a hot take. Not sure. But I do think Michael Morales wins this fight in the final round via TKO against Sean Brady. Big credit to Sean Brady, though. You got to consider him for a BMF or something for taking this fight. Next up, co-main event: Valentina Shevchenko versus everybody's champion Zhang Weili. This Zhang Weili is amazing. Valentina's a legend. Don't get me wrong, but I think Zhang Weili will come out on top. I think it'll be a close dog fight. Both fighters are extremely well-rounded, pretty much spitting images of each other. I still see Zhang Weili coming out on top. Extra takedown, higher significant strike percentage by a small margin, extra minute or a couple seconds of ground control time. By whatever you could really fathom, I see Zhang Weili coming out on top just by, a fraction of a point and maybe a split decision in this fight. So give me Zhang Weili via split decision win. And final fight of the night, the fight we're all going to be watching this card for. JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Again, I'm thoroughly surprised about the support for JDM. Everybody is choosing JDM to win, at least from what I've been seeing. That being said, I'm going to go with Islam. I'm an Islam fan. I'm a Dagestani fan. You could call me whatever you want, a Dagestani Glazer, whatever. I like what they've been doing. I like what they stand for. And I think this is a chance for Islam to achieve another level of greatness. And I'm always an advocate for seeing a fighter, or any athlete for that matter, stepping into that next level of greatness. So I think this is a great, I think this is a, this fight will be a display of greatness because it will be competitive. I think it will be close, but I think Islam will find a way to win just like he did against Dustin Poirier. I think that's what's going to happen. I think this fight will be extremely close on the feet. And I think despite, JDM being trained by Craig Jones, who is a grappling savant, the Dagestani grappling style will shine through whatever Craig Jones prepared JDM for this fight. I see Islam getting JDM to the ground and holding him there. Maybe not throughout the entire fight, but in crucial moments, especially in round 3, where I see Islam Makhachev taking JDM's back, locking in a rear naked, and submitting JDM via that rear naked. So give me Islam Makhachev in round 3, submitting JDM and becoming champ. Can't wait for it. I'm really excited. I've got a double shift. I'm working tonight. That's why I made this video the day before the fight. Yeah, I'll see you all starting at 6 p.m. I think. It's going to be, I think it starts at 6, right? Early prelims start at 6, yeah. I'll see you all on this YouTube channel at 6 p.m. I won't be on Glove Knowledge. I'll be on this one, Mr. Fight Companion, at 6 p.m. If you're watching this on my Glove Knowledge channel, then be sure to subscribe to my Mr. Fight Companion channel. I'll also be live on TikTok, but I will be live, like I said, on Mr. Fight Companion YouTube channel and my TikTok channel. I'll be live for the entire card, starting at the early prelims, ending at the main event, watching it all, giving you a play-by-play of all of them. You know how I like to do my lives. I'll see you all there. I'm excited for it. Those are my picks. Let me know what you think about them and bet accordingly. See you all there. Love you guys. Mr. Fight Companion. I'm Mr. Fight Companion, and I'll see you all there.